Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel. And I've come back on with a follow-up video to my last video. You should probably see this straight after the first one, which I actually recorded yesterday. And I confess I was a bit embarrassed that all I managed to achieve in a whole hour were these three. I felt like I'd shortchanged you in some way by only managing to finish 3 items. It just seemed a bit sad. So I thought I'd come back on with a follow-up video and try and finish all the rest of the pockets that I cut out yesterday. But first of all, I'll just show you the finished items because I did do a bit more work on them. So as you can see, I've sewn round all of the pockets, so they've all been sewn now. So all I've got to do is stick on a few embellishments, really. So this one's been sewn around and stuck on, and now so I've got the double pocket here and here. And then this one I think is my favourite. I love this. So that's just had a simple stitching round. And then this one, which is also I really like, I've added some of that fabric that I used. I had a couple of strips knocking around. It's the fabric sorry about that, it's my phone. It's the fabric I used on the cover. And I just had these strips knocking around, and I thought, oh, they might make quite a nice edge. Rather than going down the lacy route, I thought it was quite nice just to have a little bit of fabric, and I might use another piece on one of the pockets that I've still to finish. So that's that one finished. I like that as well. So they're done, and I thought we could just try and crack on and get all the rest of the pockets, or there may be the odd tuck or journaling card in there, done as well. So, excuse me. This one, I just did a wiggly line round, just something different. I just sewed round really sort of in a wiggly fashion. And then I picked out a few bits. So what I've done is I've done some preparation. I thought rather than fussing about and trying to find, it takes me so long to work out what I'm going to do on each one. I thought the quickest and the simplest thing would be for me to do a bit of preparation in advance. So I've got a few bits here. So I thought, I mean, it's all subject to me changing my mind, of course. So I've got a bit of cheesecloth, a little ticket just to go on that side, and then I have a little bird. I went through so many birds trying to find the bird I wanted for this, so you really didn't need to watch me doing that. Yeah, I'm trying to make these sort of decisions. It just takes me so long. I had a silly thought this morning. I should have called my channel, or I could rename my channel. I probably won't. Tortoise Crafting, because everything is the speed of tortoise. Tortoise, however you like to pronounce it. But I think we'll stick with the name I've got. But I thought if I'd thought of it, I might have gone for that. Okay, so I'm just going to stick those on now. Right, let's check if this is going to come out. Oh, yes it is. It's going to play today. It's coming out to play. So I think once I've got these done, to really start getting to crack on with the, that needs a little bit of trim, crack on with the signature, get that into the journal. Spread it out. I think I've perhaps put the glue a little bit too far apart, but never mind, I think it's alright. I have coffee dyed a little bit of my cheesecloth, but I think I made it too dark, and you probably noticed I'm not really into the grungy. I know a lot of people love really grungy coffee dyeing, but I'm not really one of them. I'm sort of somewhere in the middle. I like it to have that sort of vintagey look, but I'm not really into very, very grungy and dark brown and everything really, everything coffee dyed. I quite like the creamy look, cream papers and the natural looking cheesecloth, that colour I do prefer. I think he looks quite sweet, quite nice there. I think he's a thrush. Not terribly good on my birds, but a few of them I know. I think there's just a little piece more needs to be stuck on there. I'm going to trim off just a little tiny bit of his tail. Right, so I think that's quite nice. I quite like the, I've not done that before, so I've seen somebody do it once and I thought, oh, in fact there was one of the other pockets that I did it because I'll show you what I did on one of the other pockets and it gave me the idea, so I thought, oh, I think I'll just do that on this, and it just gives it a little bit more interest, doesn't it, just having that wiggly line rather than just dead straight, so I might do that a bit more often. Okay, so that's that one finished. This is my little birdie pocket, so it didn't really need very much, I don't think, this pocket. So I've just picked up a few little things just to put over on the side. So a little bit of doily, a little bit of whatever this woven stuff is, which I love, and one of the little stamps from the kit. So I'll just pop my doily on. It's just like a little mini cluster really. And I think when you've already got quite a pretty image on the pocket, it doesn't really need to have a lot more added to it. Just pop that there. Right, I think I better use a bit of Fabri-Tac for this stuff because it's quite thick and I'm not sure I entirely trust the art glitter glue to hold it. Let's hope this is going to play as well. Yeah, big blob. Right. Is it going to come out to play? Probably get these done so quickly then I'll have to think of something else to do at the end of the video. But I do have an idea of, I think I had an idea, it's gone from my head, but I will come up with something to finish the video off if I get really carried away and get done very quick. Or this might just be a really short video. Who knows? So I keep looking at this. I've had this roll of woven fabric thing for a while, but it didn't seem to be appropriate on the wedding journal, appropriate stuff to use. So it's been sitting there and I keep thinking, no, I can't use that, it won't look right, but it's perfect for this journal, I think. Sort of natural fibres and that sort of thing. If that's what, I mean, it's probably not natural fibres, but it looks more, I don't know, rusticy. It goes in with the look that I'm going for with this journal. Alright, pop that. This is just one of the little stamps from the Nature's Remedy kit, which I've cut out. They were fun to do. Lots of in and out with the scissors. But they do look good. They look fun when they're done. So I did spend a bit of time yesterday also after the video cutting out some more of the ephemera. So I think I've almost cut out everything, I think, now, ready to go. Okay, so that's another little pocket finished, and I think that's all it needs, really. I'm having trouble resisting putting lace across the top, but I think I will leave this one. I might put something on some of them, but I think I'll leave this one as it is. Pop that one there. Then there was this one. Now this one I thought would make a nice side tuck. It's not the full height, but I think it's quite a nice thing just to have on the page like that. It's a little narrow, not quite sure it's the right shape for a, I could use it for a journaling card, and it may still end up that way, who knows. So all I've done is just pick out a few, dived into my flowers box and picked out a few flowers that I thought would look quite nice together. So I might just see how they look down the side. But they went quite well with the images that are already on there. Let's just see how this one goes. Something like that. I think that would work. Okay, I'll just stick those on. And I think it's quite nice to have something that's not. I'm keen not for everything to be about just birds. I want other things on here as well, other nature-y things on these bits of ephemera as well. So predominantly it'll be the birds, but I think that could get a little bit, over the top theme-wise if it's just birds everywhere. So I just thought it was nice to use this other kit, the Nature's Remedies kit. I think I'll just pull that, if I can, pull it up a little higher. There. Put that there. I think that one next, the large one there. Let's just double check where I want this one to go, and this one just sort of nestles in between. Okay. Starting to get a few daffodils in our garden now. We've had the snowdrops. They look so pretty. Little bobbing heads. Got a couple of little drifts of snowdrops which are just beginning to go now. And now I've just noticed, I looked at this morning, and there's some daffodils showing. It's always such a nice time when you start to see these things coming through, the early signs of spring. I've got a few daffodils, like full-size daffodils. I think this is an iris. I thought it was a daffodil because of the colour, but it's an iris, this one, I think. But yeah, we've got a few daffodils in the back garden, and in the front we've just got the little tiny versions. I call them cheerfulness. I don't know if that's what they are officially. Little tiny daffodils, or daffodil shape. And they're just, I think cheerfulness is a nice name for them, because they are very cheerful, and they do look good when they start to appear, and they start to cheer up the garden, bring a bit of colour back into the garden. It's looked so sad. Let's put that there, I think. I think I had this, I was going to put this a bit further over that way, and I haven't stuck it quite where I originally intended, but it is there now, and it looks okay. So you can still see each of them. So like just a little cluster in the corner, and then you still get the bit in the background as well. Okay, so that's that one. I'm happy with that. And the next, there's another little side tuck. So that could, this one, this is bigger, so this could easily be a journaling card. Goes into this one, maybe, as long as it's stuck down well enough. This could turn out to be a journaling card if I don't need too many side tucks. So this one, this is how it started off. So I've just zigzagged up the sides and done a straight stitch across, well, straightish stitch across. That went a little bit skew-iffy, but never mind. So I've picked out a few bits and pieces here because this is it's got a bit that needs covering at the bottom here. So I've got one of the tickets, one of the larger tickets, and a piece of this. It's like like a linen-y fabric. So again, it's one of these ones. I do like it when it goes all fluffy around the edges. I like that look. So I thought I'd pop that there, and I've got one of the smaller images from the bird kit to pop there because the colours go quite well. And then I've got a little label across the bottom, so I'm just going to stick those on. So it did take me a little while to put together all these bits and pieces, and it would have been another video half finished, or would have been finished without having done hardly anything if I'd have done it all on camera. Just trying to choose all the bits just takes such a long while. And actually I like it that way better. Sorry. I want to be able to see that side. I'm probably have to put more glue on now. Yeah, sorry. Changed my mind as to which. I didn't want to cover up the pretty bit. Put a bit more glue. Oops. So the pretty bit is that side. So if I put it there. Okay, that's better. Pop that there. Yep. So we don't have very much news really to tell you. That we've not really done very much. The most exciting thing that's happened this week, and when I say this week, this is now Thursday, and this will be, so the video will go up on Monday our time. It might appear late Sunday your time, I guess. Is my youngest daughter have just had an offer accepted on a house. They found a house they want to buy, and they put in an offer. It's the first time they've actually put in an offer on a house, and it was accepted. So they're very, very excited. They're probably now sitting there thinking, what have we done? But they were ready. You know, this is the third flat. I think they're in the third flat that they've rented, but they want to stay in the town that they're living in now, which is the same town as my other daughter lives in, and they love living there. So they've decided it's time to put down some roots and get settled. So I'm thrilled for them because it's a lovely place to live. In fact, we are thinking very strongly about moving to the same place ourselves. And in fact, it could be this year. We were thinking about moving this year anyway, in that direction, but I think we're going to try and get as close as we can to the same town as the girls are in, because it makes sense for us all to be together. They seem to be quite keen for us to move there too, so which is quite nice. I think Hannah, who is my younger one, is already thinking thinking about childcare. She's planning ahead. She's thinking, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have a mum and dad handy. Because I think they are planning to hoping to start a family in the next couple of years, I think. So just got a label there, just because it was a bit blank here. It needed something just across there. Field diary, and I thought that looked quite good there. And then I just got this little circular, there's another little bird. In fact, it looks like almost similar bird. And I just thought he could be up among the flowers up here, among the lavender. Just going to pop him up there. Yeah, so it could all be very exciting for us all this year if things go as planned. We may well all be on the move. Who knows? For us, it's not going to happen just yet, but it's definitely on the agenda. It would be so lovely. We keep saying, wouldn't it be lovely? We can all just walk into town, meet up, have a bit of lunch, have coffee. It'd be so nice. Because it is the sort of town that does that, you know, has this slightly, I don't know what you call it, cafe culture, where it's got no cars in the middle. It's all pedestrianised in the middle, so there's lots of places you can sit and eat outside or drink and have a coffee when you're allowed, which we're not at the moment, but when the time comes, they have lots of nice restaurants, and it's a lovely little town. So I think it'd be really nice if we could all live there together. Okay, so that's my side tuck finished. I really like that. All the ones that have got these little extra bits of this fabric, whatever it is, this cottony fabric, I think it just gives it something extra. I love the texture of that. Okay, oh, we're cracking through them. Right, so this one was my little floral little floral one. So this one, I did a bit of a mixture of stitching. Went a little bit haywire down here, so that's going to need a little disguising. So I thought what I could put on here, and I've just got to remember where I put them. I think a little circular bit there. And I did stamp a few things onto some fabric a while ago. I've got a whole box of bits and pieces. And I've got this little bird stamped, so I thought I might pop him on there. And then in my effort to disguise my dodgy stitching, I thought I could put a little bit of cheesecloth down there. So I've put the cheesecloth there, then my little circle with the bird, and then I have a label which has got a blue edge which picks out the blue in the flowers. See, there's method in my madness. If I'm not in too much of a hurry, I can try and get things how I want them. So I think that was how I was going to go. So I think that will be okay. You've still got the little daisy showing at the top, which is quite sweet. Yep, so I think that's okay. So let's just put me a bit of glue. It's starting to clog up again. Now I did have a... Nope, I used it. I did have a wipe, so I just need to get another wipe. I have noticed I sometimes have a tendency to start a sentence and then not quite manage to finish it. And I think sometimes if I watch back my videos, I think, oh, I've got to finish that sentence. Oops. Start saying something and I get distracted with what I'm doing and then I forget to finish what I'm saying. That must be a bit annoying. Okay. Ugh, I just want it to sit so I can see how much glue I need to put on there. Put the glue. Just pop that on there. Just softens everything. Whoops. Take off some of these odd bits. Alright, I can always trim off these extra little bits after. And I think that would be quite nice just there. Yeah. Actually, I've just had another thought of something else I'd quite like to put on here. I shall have to go and find them. Just one moment, I'll be right back. Thought I'd like some buttons on some of these. Let's just... Right. Got some little blue buttons. I thought maybe a little blue button would be quite nice on this as well. It's just a case of where to put them. Right. The bird label there. So I could put a button up here. A little tiny one down here. Or maybe that would be better over here. Quite like the idea of having a little button on there. Let's put my fabric on. So I don't know if I'm still on camera there. Boop. Okay. I quite like the button there. Let's put my label on. I saw Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah was doing one of her. She was doing something that some ideas she got from Pinterest, and one of them was. Sorry, I didn't notice the camera turn itself off. So goodness knows at what point I got cut off. I might have been in the middle of a rambling. I may have been in the middle of telling you about getting the idea of the buttons from Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Putting on random buttons in random positions rather than in a cluster. So I'm sorry, I don't know how far I got before I got cut off. Usually I hear it turn itself off, but I didn't today. It might have happened when I went to get the buttons. I have no idea. So I do apologise. Just occasionally it does catch me out. I'm just trying to stick on these buttons. Oops, turned itself up the old way. There we go. Okay, let's get this button on. That one. And this little tiddly one down the bottom by the bird. There we are. Okay. Yeah, I reckon that's what happened when I went to get the buttons. Probably turned itself off, and that's why I didn't hear it. Okay, just quickly put those back in. Otherwise, I'll lose them. There we are. Right, so that's another little pocket done. There we are. Okay, next. We're getting through the pile. A bit quicker than yesterday. Well, yesterday for me. Okay, so I've got a few bits here. Some random pieces. So I didn't want to lose my bird. Oh, this is the one. This is one where I cut a notch out of my pocket, because I do like a notch out of the pocket, but then when you're going to sew around them, it can be a bit tricky. So I thought I'm just going to go all over the place with my sewing, a bit random and jiggedy jaggedy, and then it won't look so weird when I make when I go around the pocket. So I think I quite like that, which is why I ended up doing it on the other one you've already seen. So I'm going to do that again. I think it's quite fun, and it just actually makes the whole thing look a bit more interesting, doesn't it, with the mad sewing. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, so I've got a piece of the old cheesecloth to go on there. I don't think the lighting was very good when I cut around this, because it's, I see lots of white bits. Just trim it up, tidy it up a little bit. Can't remember what I was planning to do with this. So I'm just going to try out a few combinations. Right. We'll do a little bit of inking around the edges. Most of my pockets I've inked. Some I haven't. But when you're sewing around them, it doesn't always matter too much whether they've been inked or not. This one looks like it has been. I think I'll ink around these bits as well. This is another one of the little stamps from the Nature's Remedies kit. And one of Tracy's labels, her field notes. This is from the field notes kit. I've got a whole load of labels. I don't often remember to use them. No, it seems crazy, because everybody uses labels, but I think this is the first time I've done the sort of journal where labels really, really work in my mind. Right, so let's see, how's this going to work? Can't remember what I was planning to do with this. Little stamp there. I think maybe put that under there. Otherwise the cheesecloth just disappears, because the circle thing is a bit big. So that goes there. Put that up there. Or no, it's got to be that side, because that's the way the circle goes. So if I pop that up a bit higher, and I could put my label there. No, that's got to go underneath. Okay. I think I roughly know what I want to do with this one. And then I think I put the cheesecloth up here. Label down there. Yep, I'm going to put that up there. Yep, I think he's down. Do battle with the label again. So I'm going to have to do this slightly off camera just so I can, that's it, so I can get at the, get my nail in. Put a bit of extra glue on. Well, I don't think I need it on this because I'm not doing it on the fabric, so this one should be okay. Okay, there we are. Some of these bits off. Let's give it a little trim up. There's another little pocket done. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Right, then the last two that I've got, I haven't actually made any plans for as such. I do think they need a little bit of, that one needs a bit of a trim actually. I'm going to go into my little ephemera book, which I very often forget to get out. Right, so just do a bit of quick ink around these. They've just been fairly simply, so and because they're fairly narrow, I didn't want to do too much fancy stitching. I keep changing my mind which way this one should go up because it's only got that little piece at the bottom. I couldn't decide which way up it should go, but I think depends what I find to put on it really. Okay, so I think that goes that way up just because there's a little bit of writing there. That's the only thing that can make it seem to go the right way up. And that one that way possibly, because there's a bit of writing there, but it could easily go that way. And then you've got the nice little bit of zigzagging at the top there. Okay, so let's get these buttons out of the way. What I thought I'd do is see what I can find in my ephemera book. This is a design by Gail. She did a tutorial on making one of these ages and ages ago, and so I made one. Really enjoyed making it with some Bluefern Studio papers that I managed to get hold of. They're not easy to get in this country. I'm not sure you can get them any now. But I bought everything I could find in the way of... it's got a bit... a glob that's stopping the pin from going in. Okay. So I made myself a little ephemera book and then I forget to look at it. So it is not completely full, but it's got quite a lot in it that I do want to use. It's got some gorgeous butterflies that I've forgotten I had because I've got a box of butterflies. But these are the biggest, really big ones that I've just left in here. So, that's a really lovely, that's a beautiful one, isn't it? I wonder if that would go well. Look at the colours, that would go quite well on there. That might do it actually on that one. We'll see. See what else we find, shall we? I've got some doilies. I don't think doilies are going to quite work. More butterflies. All these butterflies I've got. I forget to look at these. Because they're all, I kept all the big ones in here. And quite often you only want little ones, don't you, a lot of the time. There's a few stamps. I made a few stamps myself ages and ages ago when there was somebody probably Gail, did a tutorial on making your own stamps. But there were others as well, and I know I followed a couple of people. Got one here with a bird on. That would actually go quite well on there. Got a green background. That's possible. I'll leave that there, see what else we can find. Got some labels, just some plain labels. Some tickets. I think these flowers are all going to be too big. Yeah, I don't think these go quite right on here. I had at one point thought I'd put flowers on these, but I'm not sure that I've got some that work. Got these little ones that I cut out. They're rather nice. Oh, and I've got him. Isn't he cute? Could I put him on there instead? That's very tempting. I just cut out a few, I've just got a few animals, not very many, that I've just cut out of magazines. But his little face, he's so cute. So I could put him on one of these scraps of, would he fit on that scrap there? Do I need something a little bigger? There's a bigger piece. Is it bigger? Maybe that would work. I think it would. Oh, I do quite like him. Okay, he's a winner. It's all about nature. Doesn't have to be birds and butterflies and flowers. Oops. Random cheesecloth. He's a little, some sort of field mouse or something. Some sort of mouse. He's just so cute with those big eyes. Come on, glue. Don't let me down now. We're nearly there. We've only got these last two to finish. Okay. Ooh. Glue's coming through a little bit, so just want it to stick down. I think I just need a little bit more glue under this corner. down this side. There we are. Oops. Oh, shame, not going to be able to use him after all. Well, I'll keep him, keep these in mind, because I do forget about them. Right, I'll have to just pop it back. Okay, are we dry? Right, come on little mousey. You've found a home. To keep a lookout for some more cute animals. I've got just a few cut out. I thought, and this is going to be the perfect journal for using small animals sort of from the countryside. It's not really the sort of journal to put things like lions and giraffes and things in, but these kind of things would be great. There we are. And these little flowers look quite sweet now just next to it. They just sit there nicely. I think they go rather well. That was quite a successful plunder of my little ephemera folder. Come on, glue. There we are. Put that down there. There. Another pocket done. Woohoo! 10 minutes left and last one to go. So, is it just going to be the giant butterfly? Which I have to say, because of the colours here, I do quite like that. I'm wondering if that's just enough, just by itself. I think what I will do, I put a little bit of something along the top. Can't help myself. I have to put some on there somewhere. What have I got? This is going to be too wide. There's a bit. I don't want it to detract from the butterfly, just wanted a little finishing touch. So I've got that. That will look quite nice. Yep, I think that's what I'll do. Haven't got much of this left now. It's funny how you buy a whole collection of laces and you end up just gravitating to a handful of them and using them up. Right, oops, dear, it keeps falling over this thing. I don't have a problem with covering up my stitching. Not my best work on that one. At least some of the time now my stitching actually goes quite well. I think I've got better. A bit. Almost inevitably, the more you do something, with any luck, you get a bit better at doing it. Okay, let's put Mr. Butterfly on. He's rather magnificent. Right, let's see if we can get it to come out now. I think I've just printed, I think this isn't copy paper, it's slightly thicker than copy paper. No idea what thickness I've printed this on. Just gives it a little bit more substance. Come on. I think this bottle is coming. It's not, I mean, there's still some in there, just not coming out very fast. Come on. Nearly there. Here it comes. That's better. Alright. I'm not even going to back the butterfly, so I think it... No, wrong one. There's another one, a little blue one here somewhere for my... Oh, glitter glue, never mind, I'm sure it'll turn up. Yeah, I'm not going to back him because I think he doesn't need it, really. He makes a splendid statement all by himself. Okay. Put all these bits to one side. There we are. Let's just have a quick review. See if any of the others are crying out for a little bit of something something in the lacy front. So we have this one. And we have the little mouse. Now I do wonder, no, I don't think I need to put anything else on that one. That one. That one. I feel like it needs a little something here. I'll have to think about that. And then a little side tuck. So I don't think these are all going to fit on. And journaling card stroke side tuck. That might need a little something down the side, I'm not sure. It's always possible. And there's this one, which also is this one. I think that is a pocket. Yeah, that goes that way. And this one we also finished today. So we finished all of these today. So I feel a lot better, I must say. Getting all these done now. I've got these three that I did yesterday, or in the last video. The belly band, double pocket. I think it's still one of my favourite pockets, that one. And then all of these. And I do like this. I'm just quite like to put a little something there, but maybe it's a bit of a case of less is more. I think I might just think about that. I'm not going to rush into putting anything more on them at the moment. I had the thought of putting a piece of this fabric behind one of the pockets. Which one would it go on? It might go on that one. Just as a little edge. What do you think? It's the right colour. Does it need it? I don't know, can't decide. It's a case of just using it up for the sake of using it up. I don't think it needs it really. But it does look a little bit narrow, that's the only thing. I might have to put something along there, not sure. But I think I'll leave things as they are for now. And then when I come to use them, maybe I'll add something then. But for now, I'm happy with what I've finished. And so thank you for coming along with me and helping me get these done. Because I'm really happy with this little collection now. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.